Hello, and welcome to another episode of Philosophical Bones. I'm Nick.
I'm Keith, back again.
Yep. And this week we're on to question 19.
Can you believe there's been 19 episodes?
We say this every week.
But it's that's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Continue.
So this week the question is, why are people drawn to conflict more than peace?
See, where it goes in my mind is like, think about like internet trolls.
Mm.
You know, like people want to break people down more than they want to build people up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, think about like the TV shows you watch and stuff. It would be boring if it was like...
That's actually where the first thing I wanted to go to was the fact that, like, we want to watch conflict more than anything.
Right.
You want to say, that's why reality TV got so big. You get all the housewife shows. I mean, the reason that people used to watch The Real World was because when that was really like one of the first reality
You're not
shows.
flushing the toilet. You're not doing the dishes.
Yeah, it was because there was conflict and argument.
Right. Well, and that kind of also translates to like relationships. Like if you have a super easy relationship, it's boring as fuck.
That's true. That is a good point.
It's boring. Like if everything's like perfect in a relationship, it's boring as fuck.
Well, the longest relationship I ever had, like that girl followed me nonstop. And you know me, dude, I don't fight with people at all, like verbally.
Yeah.
And it was just nonstop with that girl.
Yeah.
She was kind of nuts, though.
Well, and
really good in bed, though.
But like on the other side of it, like I suck at relationships. Here's what I'm getting. This is kind of what I was getting.
I did end up breaking up with that girl though, because I finally got to where I couldn't take the arguing anymore.
I wasn't good enough,
and I wasn't really drawn to that. I don't like that kind of conflict.
Yeah. Well, my big thing in relationships is like I refuse to argue because like as soon as you start arguing, you're just waiting for your turn to talk.
That's a good point.
You know, you're not listening. But that's kind of like off the topic. But
that's a good point. Actually, I want to say like I thought this question up, or I thought about doing this question this week because I listened to Kevin Hart was interviewed on Joe Rogan, and he talked about positivity, how he only surrounds himself with positive people. Mm-hmm. But he mentioned something later on about how his kid. He was talking. He's like, yeah, I don't yell at my kids because he's like they're not gonna ever like pretty much get what I have to say. Like it's just. They're never going to absorb what you're trying to tell them if you're yelling at them.
Yeah, if you come at somebody with hostility, they're not going to listen.
That's true.
You know, like that's like I can't even tell. I've had countless girlfriends break up with me because I won't argue, and their whole thing is like, you don't care.
Yeah,
but I'm like, no. The point is like I would rather just talk.
Yeah, you just stay calm the whole time.
Yeah, like a couple.
And that can be like because people aren't used to that.
Yeah, because like you're not when you argue with somebody. This is off topic. But like when you argue with somebody and you're genuinely upset, you just wait for your turn to talk. You're not really actually listening.
Yeah.
But
no, it is on topic though because you know what, you make a good point about relationships though, is because people do need that conflict. Mm-hmm. You know, to kind of to be like, oh, well, my marriage is still working or my relationship is still going. It's like even though all we do is fight,
right,
we're still like emotional about what we're doing. I still care.
Well, like, that's like on that same note.
You care about just bitching at each other. I mean,
well, like on that same note, on the vine of what I was talking about is like they would say, "Well, you don't care," and it's like, "Well, if you don't show passion, I guess."
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. It's like, it's like, oh, you're not fighting for this relationship. It's like, no, that's because I don't want to argue with you.
Yeah, I would rather
because
just
it's
talk.
Pointless. Yeah, I'd want to have a real conversation.
I'd rather sit down, be two adults, and be like, "Why are you pissed? Why am I pissed?" You know, like this again is kind of whatever, but the big thing with me, like. Even like in any relationship, like with my friends, whatever, I'm not ever trying to do something to piss you off.
True.
You know, it's like, you know, and it's and if you just kind of tell me like, hey, dude, this made me mad, I'll be like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. You know? But like kind of sticking with the topic of like, why are we more drawn to conflict and peace is like what I brought up when we first started was like, think about like TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to watch a TV show that's just like, think of it like a sitcom. You're not going to watch a sitcom to where just everything smoothly happens.
That is a good point.
And, you know, like that's not interesting.
Yeah,
that's not interesting.
And we kind of learn that in our lives, like that's kind of the way it should be, maybe.
Right? Yeah. Well, and then you think about like war.
Or it's normal, I should say.
Yeah. Well, conflict is a human condition.
Yeah.
You know, like, does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the biggest thing nowadays with conflict is really you look at. I want to actually have a good time to use this for a change. The cult of personality.
There you go. Right.
When it comes to politics right now, is insane. It's so fucking crazy. I mean, we both fall on one side.
Yeah,
totally admit but it's just gotten to that point where like people want that conflict.
Right.
Like I'll put on a YouTube video. I'm like, oh, I want to see this guy get owned by this other person on this other side of the aisle. Oh yeah, I want to see that conflict.
Well,
like I want to see that debate.
This might be a stretch,
and those get the most YouTube videos,
right?
Or the YouTube views.
This might be a stretch, but think about like World Star or or like UFC.
Definitely,
like definitely. A physical fight, is the epitome of a conflict. And why is that interesting to watch? Like for me,
because it's out of the norm. Well, out of our normal lives, maybe.
Well, for me, I'm a lifelong martial artist, and I like to see like the techniques involved. But then again, it's still a conflict.
You watch a World Star video to watch the techniques involved.
No. UFC.
Okay.
Way to call me out. But,
yeah, I guess that's why we all watch
World Star, and
we yell World Star.
But it's people watch those type of videos to like think, oh, okay, what I'm getting at is like, say like a Instagram video or a YouTube video, the stuff that has controversy in it is what gets the most views.
Oh no, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Like I specifically remember watching about a year ago, and I'm not gonna like get this is something that I don't want to like get backlash on. But there was this girl. It was a video in a subway station where this white guy had dreadlocks, and this black girl was accosting him for having dreadlocks, saying that she was stealing.
He was appropriating their culture.
Here's the thing: is the Greeks had dreadlocks. The Greeks were white.
That's kind of pinch and pennies, though, man.
Exactly. I'm not going to get into this, but I'm saying like that video got a lot of views. Like there's a reason that I've seen that video.
Oh yeah.
Like it's
well, it's like the videos with cops where they're like fucking trying to impose their will on people.
Exactly.
That's conflict.
Well, think about the
people want to see that.
Well, think about the.
I mean, it's also it's just kind of people want to know like they want some oversight on these people.
Well, think about the TV show Cops. That's like, why is that popular?
It's still on too. I think.
Yeah,
how many years has that show been on?
30.
That might have actually been the first reality show.
I'm sure it was.
I think it might have been.
I'm sure it was. Yeah, like Cops and what else? You were talking about like the
real world. Yeah, like Jersey Shore, all those.
Well, think about like Rock of Love and Flavor of Love, and it's all because of people bickering.
Yeah,
it's
the Real Housewives shows. Like I personally don't watch reality TV.
I don't either,
because it's not interesting to me, and it's just like, wow, I'm gonna watch these stupid people argue about stupid trivial things.
and what does it matter?
But I'll say I was guilty of something today. I was watching YouTube, and one was like, it was like, oh, these two women on The View going at it. And I was like, and I clicked on it because I wanted to see that argument.
Exactly.
I wanted to see the argument. So I was like,
Well, like the one,
but it's like it's almost like, you know what, we get a little bit of it's like an
endorphin thing.
Yeah, we get a little bit of endorphin. It's like, oh, this is awesome. You get a little bit of happiness out of it.
They're gonna fight.
They're gonna fight. It's like people, it's like the whole like, are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Like people watching, it's like the Roman emperor watching a couple guys go at it. It's like,
I think that's
getting
great.
Fed grapes.
I think that's great that you use the phrase, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because it's entertainment.
Yeah,
because we're not part of it.
You know what? Too, here's a good point too. Actually, our most downloaded episode of Philosophical Bones, I actually put in liner notes like, hey, we kind of get into it with like, talking about abortion and religion and that, and it got to be our most downloaded episode.
That was a good episode.
That was good.
Megan was here with us.
Yeah, but the ones that we've had the most conflict on, like even the St. Patrick episode, which is the same week, we had a bunch of conflict on that. And people want to hear that.
Exactly.
It's like the whole thing, the draw of like the shock jock.
Yeah. Well, it's like if we agree 100% on everything, it's fucking vanilla.
Yeah.
It's like if you and I have the same, exact view on everything, there might as well be one host.
We're just trying to have a debate. Well, we're just trying to have a conversation. Somewhat interesting conversation.
Well, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
We might as well just be one person.
Yeah.
We might as well, like, if we have the same exact view, we might as well just be the same person.
That's a good point.
And because, like, that's the great thing. Like,
I think as human beings, we need that debate.
Yeah.
We need to be able to debate other people. It is healthy.
It's healthy. To have different opinions is healthy.
Very much so.
Yeah, because when you think of conflict, you don't have to
go. The problem nowadays is people just don't really want to listen to what other people have to say.
Yeah. And like one of the things I'm going to tread really lightly on this, but like one of the big things I've been seeing on the internet lately is like we just went and saw Shazam, kick-ass movie.
Yeah.
But there's this big debate lately about making a homosexual superhero. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. Like I don't give two shits.
Yeah.
But why does this have to be the overlapping thing of who this character is?
That's actually a good point.
Why?
That is a good point.
Like you guys, the people.
Well, really, it's about money more for the studios.
Right. You know, and they're like,
it's like, oh, well, if we don't do this, or you know, we're doing this, we're promoting this person because we're gonna get more people to see it.
And
maybe.
you know, more power to that.
Not to discount. You know.
Like, and more power to the LGBT community.
Yeah.
But why does that have to be a focus thing? Why does that have to be like there? I saw
Hollywood moves very slowly. I mean, you look at stuff. You look at just even like having. Like casting, like say like an Asian person for an Asian role or an Indian person for an Indian role, and it's nice that Hollywood's finally getting around to be like, they're kind of doing that now,
right?
But even they had that thing with like Ghost in the Shell where they cast Scarlett Johansson,
a white girl to play play an Asian,
yeah.
But like what I'm getting at with this,
the whitewashing,
exactly. But what I'm getting at with this exact thing that I'm like trying to point out is like, why does it matter? Like, okay, I get the situation. I get it.
You know, though, just this is causing conflict.
Yeah. Like, I get it. You know, like I totally get it. Like, I understand the you know, like say you're part of that community and you want somebody to identify with. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But why does it have to be the center fuge of that character?
I think actually now I'm thinking about this now, and I hopefully won't lose this. Is if nobody did say anything or didn't like kind of complain about it, nothing would ever be done about it.
Very true.
They're protesting. They're kind of protesting in their own way.
Very true.
So if they just kind of not to say, not to kind of be like
no,
saying
no,
this,
no,
I'm not gonna put words. You know, it's like you're pretty much just like you guys should just shut up, kind of thing.
Well, I apologize if I'm coming off that way.
I'm not saying you are, but it's just like.
But I just think these characters are loved for being.
You're a purist. Actually,
yeah. Well, it's here's the big thing: is
you're
like,
a character purist.
That. But like, why is it? You know, like, here's the thing: is I'm gonna be so cliche right here.
Yeah.
I see black and white. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, and here's the thing: is all these people are talking about. Like, okay, we don't have these sexually oriented characters out there, but like the Moon Knighter and Night Owl are married. There are two male characters in the comic books. North Star was a gay character that came out in like 1967.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, maybe these characters haven't had movies yet, but they do exist. They do exist.
No, that's true.
You know, it's like I just don't see why. Well, like, I don't see why it's a level. This is so great. I'm glad we got here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see why it's a point of contention to, there's not enough of these characters. But also, again, in saying that, I understand what I'm saying is kind of like bigoted.
Yeah.
But I don't mean to be that way.
No, I know you're not.
But, you know,
anybody who knows Keith just
you know,
it's
just like, I don't see why you have to draw attention to that. Hey, this character is black. Hey, this character is gay. Hey, this character is just whatever. Who
see, now I get what your core thing is.
Who fucking cares?
Why does attention need to be drawn to that?
Yeah, who cares? You know, like, who cares? Well, I understand. But like, just let them be people.
It's like, hey, like you pretty much just want to be like, hey, we're gonna cast this person, who is gay.
Who cares?
But we're not gonna make a big deal out of it and be like, this. Oh, you need to know. You need to know
exactly. They're just
you just want to be like you just want it to be more like that.
They're just another person. Why is it?
I like that.
Why is it?
No, I actually like where you're coming from with this.
Like, why does it have to be this big thing? Like, hey, Nick, I'm fucking straight, and you better fucking acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's actually, I think honestly that is the real, you know, that's the goal, the outcome we do want in society. At least like people like me and you want.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I like, you know, like I know plenty of people that are one proclivity or another. But why does it have to be the forefront of who they are to me?
No, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's like
you don't want to like kind of push in your face.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're a dude and married to another dude. I don't give two shits.
Yeah.
You're just another person.
Yeah.
You know, you're just another person. Like one of my favorite shows is The Rookie with Nathan Fillion, and there's a character in it that he's a black cop. And they subtly bring it in that he's homosexual.
Okay.
You know, they just subtly bring it in. Like, they don't make it like this big story fucking line. Yeah. Like, he just randomly during the show meets another man.
How do we get onto this?
It's conflict, dude. It's conflict.
No, you're right. It is actually a big conflict nowadays for some people too. It's like, and you can see it on other sides. That people are like, I don't like this stuff being shoved in my face.
Well, I just see people as people.
Yeah.
Why do we have to make fucking dividing lines?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry.
To get back to conflicts, but to get back to why we.
I realize I ranted. I ranted.
No, and I think people they honestly always just need something to bitch about.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not happy unless they have something to be upset about.
Yeah. No, and actually, going back to the Kevin Hart, what Kevin Hart said again, it was like people who are negative or who talk negatively or create conflict are people that really are just not happy with their own lives.
Yeah, exactly.
And that kind of had to be something I heard, and I was like, I agree with that because I don't want to agree with that because I complain a lot about stuff.
I do too.
And I don't really notice I'm even doing it. I just until somebody's like you need why are you complaining so much, man? I wanted to originally this question was going to be why are we more drawn to negativity than positivity? But it's pretty much still in kind of the same line.
It's the same question.
And I look at that and I was just like, I do have a lot more negativity about myself right now than I don't like that. And it's one of those things you don't realize about yourself unless you actually think about it.
Right.
And I do need to kind of take that active kind of look at myself
while
I'm speaking and be like, hey, is this shit why am I complaining so much?
I do the same thing.
Why is it every day I'm at work and all I'm doing is bitching?
Well, and then on that same note,
besides the fact I hate my job.
On that same note, we all have coworkers that we clash with,
mm-hmm.
and it's conflict.
That's when I ask you when I ask you about work. I end up hey, did this guy get fired? And it's not like, hey, how's business going? Oh, it's going really well. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. You're right. It's it's kind of boring. Peace is boring. It's like I hate to be so brutally honest, but.
Well, you make a perfect point.
Yeah.
Imagine if everything was utopia.
Oh yeah.
How boring would life be?
And I believe when it comes to world peace, for instance, I think it's not something that can happen overnight. It is right. Something that has to be gradual.
Yeah.
Because humans just need to slowly get into that.
Right. I'm going back to one of my original points.
Mm-hmm.
But think about TV shows and movies. Again, Shazam right now that we just saw.
You need a protagonist and an antagonist.
Exactly. How boring would that movie have been? It was just okay, I've got powers and I have powers now. Okay.
Yeah.
And that, okay.
You even look at dude, even a romantic comedy.
Exactly.
You have that conflict in there.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a really good point.
And if it's just some vanilla love story, it's boring.
Boring.
Just look at any Christian fucking.
Because if everything always
Pureflix film, Pureflix romantic story.
If everything all the time always works out perfect, it's fucking boring as hell.
That's true.
But
you know what? We at the same time, we kind of in our own lives, we kind of want boring.
That's
a funny part, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
In our entertainment and outside world, we kind of want to see conflict, but in our own lives, we don't want it.
Dude. Yesterday I was because I'm a cyclist. You guys.
This is why I don't like to drink during the show. I'm not.
You're not eating pork. You're not eating pork rinds either.
No,
stop that.
Sorry, inside joke. I'm drinking an Arnold Palmer right now.
Yeah. But just yesterday, and you guys, anybody that really knows the show that knows that I'm a cyclist, just because I like to ride.
Mm-hmm.
But I was riding home the other day, and there was two cop cars that had another car pulled over,
mm-hmm.
and I fucking chicken necked watching
we all do.
And
we always look at the car crashes we're going by.
I started to slowly pedal and look at this guy getting pulled out of his car,
mm-hmm.
and
mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my, I want to see as much of this as I can as I pass by.
Yeah.
But that's that kind of thing. That's the reason we watch shows like Cops. That's the reason we watch shows like.
But to talk again about the fact that we don't want conflict in our lives, just walking to the store.
Yes.
Me and Keith just walked to the store to get something to drink and a snack.
Yeah.
And
pork rinds.
Yeah, and there was right alongside of the building there was some homeless people. And
just
we're
whatever, but they were just posted up, no judgment. They were just posted up, but we didn't want to get hit up.
Well, and also you've had issues in this area.
Yes, I have.
Around your house of them being a little.
They're aggressive.
Yeah.
They're aggressive.
So you just stay away from that.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, you're not looking for conflict.
Yeah, that's why we walked past them.
Yeah.
we walked past them, but we chose to go the other way.
Yeah.
To come back. And, and that's just the truth.
Yeah.
That's just because we chose to not have the option of that conflict. Like if we go this way, and it's not saying it's conflict actually to interact with them.
True.
But it's the people that I've had interaction with in this area, they choose conflict. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like it was just us choosing, let's do this instead of that. So there's not this option of conflict.
No, you make a good point.
Yeah. So we'll go this way, and we'll get back to the house and record and not get asked for something.
Yeah,
that's the long and the short of it. Like I realized I might have been an asshole this episode, but but
Keith, in this episode you were such a dick. Wow.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much of an asshole you were. Oh man, you got anything else you want to take away with this one?
Well,
I'm sure after this episode we'll be like, I should have mentioned that. But
like the big thing in my mind, my big takeaway is all humans we grow stronger from conflict. But
that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, we grow stronger from conflict, but we also try to avoid it. And it's like you don't want to walk down the street and get in a fist fight. That's like
it's true.
That's the human condition, is you kind of want to stay away from.
Well, a vast majority of the world just wants to be left alone and left in peace.
Exactly.
But then there's that 0.2% out there or whatever,
they
like
go out looking for it.
5% out there, people in the entire world who want to fuck everybody else's day up.
Yep, they go out looking for it.
Yeah,
they go out.
And that's when you get all the fucking wars that start and all that bullshit.
Yeah, that's where you get sociopaths.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's way too many of those guys in power right now, all over the world.
Speaking of conflict,
right? Well, yeah, I'm trying to think of where I go with this, but you look at the rest of the world, and some of those guys, they want that conflict. They want to start a war.
Unnamed people. We're gonna. So there's people out there that want conflict.
Yeah, and certain political parties that try to get into power to make that happen. It's fucking crazy how this world is at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it off with my biggest experience with conflict, and I hate to leave it at this, is fucking internet trolls.
Oh yeah.
That's my biggest like I'll post a picture and somebody's got something shitty to say.
Yeah,
but
people want that because they get a little high.
They get a little charge off of fucking getting a rise out.
They get a little bit of endorphin rush from
fuck y'all trolls.
From just being a dick. You know how it goes.
I can be a dick at any drop of the hat if I want to. But.
Yeah, it's not a hard thing to do. That's for sure.
It's not.
All right,
I'm good, man. I'm good, brother.
So yeah,
thanks for having me on another episode, man.
Of course, man. So this has been question 19. Why are people drawn to conflict more than peace? And as I kind of said the last couple episodes, it's this is a good question. Debate it with a friend. I definitely encourage that with the people. Because you just get to know your people around you better. And if you ever want to pose a question, I'm always open to it.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to get a guest in here.
Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed the episode and spread it. Help us out a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Appreciate it.
Share this and listen to it, and DM Nick on Nerdy Bones Cast on Instagram. Yep. That's the easiest way to contact us.
Definitely. So in the end, I just want to say, keep thinking.